Crisis averted. Truck moved. Back to painting. Good Lord. I just forgot I had to go move my truck. Hello, brothers! Painting up the Norn Emissary. I've taken the maximum strength amount of NyQuil that is possible, or that is recommended, and we're going to see how long I can do this for. I think the Games Workshop will never tell us what their home galaxy is and like where they come from, and I kind of hope they don't, because it's like what makes them like. I'm always split on those things. Games Workshop could do it right. I didn't think they could do Space Dwarves, and the Votan lore is awesome. But I kind of like it being a mystery. Red's looking a little weak down here. Do a second coat. Bring out that color. Corn red is really nice for dark red, spooky creatures. Got some High Fleet Behemoth lore that I'm going to go over here in a second. I will be discovering it for the first time. I know nothing about them. I just thought their paint scheme looked cool, so I figured I should learn their lore. And I really feel like the red and black kind of, I don't know, it looks like a poisonous bug. It looks like a sick, nasty bug, and that's what I wanted to go for. And I was looking at a lot of like actual bugs, but it's so many like browns and just like neutral tones, and I hate painting those. I really fucking hate painting those. I like doing bright, poppy figures. Like all my ultramarines are kind of like they got like a neon blue is what I edge them with. Thank you for subscribing, Ryan. NyQuil's gonna help with the passing out part. I've been stuffed up for like a week. And by a week I mean like, how old am I now? 33, so like 10 years. So I don't take it that often, but recently it's like 32 degrees in Florida today. So it's just been kicking my ass. So I decided to take them tonight, do a little painting, hang out, go over some lore here. Just enjoy the hobby. Life is like a box of corn dogs. Women only want your wiener when you got the bread. Hey, hey. My wife married me and I'm poor. Ragnara, hello, welcome to the stream. Glad you could make it. Lehman Russ or I mean, we know. You mean loyal, right? Because we know Fulgrim's coming. Model's pretty cool. Vulcan would be awesome. I really want. Who the fuck is the Ravenwing guy? Mr. Emo. Not Conrad Kurz. I'm reading the Night Lords trilogy right now, so I've just got him stuck in my brain. I don't think he's coming back. Corvus Corax. Yeah. I want to see his big, like, Raven dude, but I don't think they're, like, super popular factions, so they're probably not. I feel like the Salamander's been getting a lot of love lately. I feel like there's a lot of Salamander fans. I think bringing Vulcan back would be awesome. But yeah, it's probably Lehman Russ if I had to, like, if I was going to put money on it. Or Rogel Dorn. Russ or Dorn. The better question is what part of their the Biggie's armor or, like, gear do you think they're going to have? Because I think Games Workshop said everyone that comes back is going to have part of their gear. Lion got the shield. Goily Man got the sword. Need to find all 9 artifacts. Is that like our 9 artifacts like his? So like I'm assuming a sword, shield, armor, like his tilting shield, right? I don't know much lore about any of the Primarchs. I'm reading Night Lords right now, so I'm getting some of Conrad Kurz, the Night Haunter. I'm reading Dark Imperium series with Rabute Gilliman, and he's like really cool actually. As boring as the Ultramarines are, his lore is like what made me want to start painting them. Oh, 9 artifacts of Vulcan. Hammer. I think he's got like a dragon shoulder pad, something like that. Khan gets Emperor's J's. Hell yeah. Ferrus Manus gets a head. Lehman Russ has like a spear, I think, right? There's like a special spear for that guy. Didn't the World Eaters just get a bunch of new models, or were they like updates? Like they got a range update or whatever. World Eaters are cool. Angron's in like my top 5 Primarchs probably. Uh-oh, I lost a paint pot. The corn red has disappeared. Anybody else drink milk? Mm-mm. Sigismund. Why does that sound familiar? Who's Sigismund? Oh, there it is. Man, fuck Abaddon. Fuck Abaddon, dude. I'm 3 books into Horus Heresy. Fuck that guy. Fuck Lil Horus. Horus Axeman. Fuck Erebus. Oh my god. Uh, man, Torgadon and Loken are so fucking cool. Oh my god. I'm liking the lore for the Primarchs and stuff, but 30k Horus Heresy, Space Marines, whoo doggy. That Bricky man wasn't lying. Those are some good books. Like, not even just Warhammer, like, they're just generally entertaining books. Abaddon also, he attacked the Night Lord, man. He attacked Talos, man. What the fuck, dude? Everybody was right, by the way, that recommended those Night Lord books. Excellent. All right. Actually, doing good progress with the red here. I don't think them going trader was right or wrong. Like, we're never gonna get an answer as to whether or not Big E is like good or evil. I don't think it's the point, but like the people rebelling against him. I mean, look, they ended up with chaos, and like the Imperium sucks, but they're not like chaos evil. Parts of it kind of are, but like on the whole, they're not quite chaos evil. So maybe it didn't end up being justified, but I think in the beginning, some of them had some good points. He'd been a bad dad. He'd been a real bad dad. Angron had the most reason to turn traitor. Like 100%. Abaddon did nothing wrong. Angron. Angron did nothing wrong. That poor guy. Spread that out nice and thin. Oh, I missed it there. This is a pretty cool model. Really easy to paint so far, too. So I wanted to do this one's big, intimidating model. Easier to paint than like 90% of what I've done so far. For sure. like that looks cool. I just put that on the battlefield if I really had to. I mean, I wouldn't be happy about it, but shit, I would. Favorite Space Marine chapter? Probably. I do like the Ultramarines. They're my favorite to paint. But I'm going to say Salamanders and Night Lords just because I'm reading the book right now for Chaos. I really like how Plague Marines look, but Mortarion is a little like a bitch boy. I don't like their lore that much. It's okay. Typhus is pretty cool. Yeah, dude, Angron would be Angron dying would be the best for everyone, including Angron. Dark Krakens. I know I'm gonna find like a favorite one. You know what, guys? I'm wrong. The Carcharodons. They're fucking sharks, dude. I am going to start painting those guys. Fucking shark space marines, dude. No, don't tell me Kurz ends up sucking. Oh. I think I'm okay with Kurz like sucking as a person, with him like being a shit person and kind of being like an asshole all along. Just hope his character is still interesting. Like I still find him I hope I find him interesting even if he is like an asshole. Like Mortarion's an asshole and I just don't think he's that interesting. Unfortunately. And his model's cool, but I melted it, so man, I posted that shit on TikTok. I'm getting like almost like 50,000 views on that bad boy, which sucks because I don't really like posting stuff on TikTok that much. YouTube's like what I've grown up watching, so. Kurz lacks spine, I like. Peanut butter themed space marine. How do I make a dreadnought themed space marine? Isn't that just like those kind of shitty models? Oh, those really silly looking ones with like all the weapons and everything. Oh, Smaug. That's why he's always taking other people's spines. Yeah, I saw, is it Heresy for Heretics? There's a guy that does painting tutorials, and they're really good. He does, like, really awesome work, and he has, like a off-brand, like, it's not Conrad Kurz, but it is Conrad Kurz, and, the model looks sick. I'm waiting for him to put out a video of it being fully painted. I don't know if he's put it out yet. All right, let's do a little high behemoth lore. I'm on the Warhammer wiki here. I got a quote right at the beginning. This is from Inquisitor Cryptman, the Crypt Keeper Cryptman. Okay. This is the final kind of outcome of them, by the way. I don't know how I feel about the basing. I did like this blood infection coming from their foot. I don't know. We'll see how I end up liking it on a bigger model, but gave him a little goo in the mouth. I think the magenta highlights look pretty good. They'll pop more on the big guy, I think. All right, let's do this quote. Inquisitor Crypt Keeper Man. so I can read it. An alien threat has risen from beyond the abyss, a swarm so vast that it blots out the stars. This horror fights neither for power nor territory, but rather to feed a hunger so insatiable that will eventually devour the entire galaxy. Alright, we got a little introduction to the Behemoth Hive Fleet here. Hive Fleet Behemoth was the first major Tyranid Hive Fleet encountered and defeated by the Imperium of Man. Encountered and defeated. And they were the first. I figured the first encountered would have been the like purple box boys, which is Hive Fleet something or another. Hive Fleet. What's the purple one? Leviathan. Hive Fleet Leviathan. Yeah, because it's like the big ones coming out now. The Hive Fleet was eventually destroyed in 745.M41 by the combined might of the Space Marines of the Ultramarines and the Imperial Navy at the Battle of Macragge. Oh, that's the Battle of Macragge. Macragge is the Ultramarines, Guilliman's homeworld. So they're defeated? Are they just done? Are they no more? Oh, my dog would like to add into the conversation. Yeah, they're all one big hive mind, right? History. The first documented attack of a full Tyranid hive fleet upon the Imperium was at a small research station on Tyran Primus. The Tyranids overran this isolated outpost of the Adeptus Mechanicus with overwhelming force and stripped the world of all life. So I guess if they're attacking the Mechanicus, they just get like little snacks, like little nibbles of flesh. Doesn't seem like a huge win for the Tyranids, right? Because they like break everything down to make more of them. And they just kind of like poop out new Tyranids after eating all the biomass. By the time Inquisitor Phidias Cryptman of the Ordo Xenos arrived to investigate the strange planet-stripping phenomenon, it was already too late. However, the adepts of the Adeptus Mechanicus who accompanied Cryptman managed to gather vital information. Before being overrun, Magos Varnak had gathered information on the alien attackers into a data codex and hid it in a bore shaft, some 3,000 meters below the planet's surface, hoping that it would be recovered later by the Imperium. Analyzing the recovered information, Inquisitor Cryptman managed to warn the Imperium of the new Xenos threat it faced, honoring an ancient tradition of naming invading alien forces by giving them an... What is that word? By giving them an appellation drawn from the great beasts of ancient Terran myth. This first Tyranid hive fleet was designated as Behemoth. Well, that's cool. I kind of like that they're the first ones. They're the Dark Angels of Nids. Let's do some of this brain juice, because that's the part I'm excited about. Cryptman was ousted from the Inquisition. Admech flesh is well seasoned and ripened. I think these little things are supposed to be read back here too. We'll still do some brainy bits. NyQuil. Oh boy. Here it comes. Get out of there, you little dry fucker. Pick your booty hole here for a second. Come on. Oh, like a bunch is gonna pop out at once. Safety pin it is. Safety pin not found. Eldari sword being used. Oh shit. That's enough white paint. All right. Going down to a number 2 brush. These are the sable hair ones I got for Christmas from my mother-in-law. Thank you. I love them. I think what I'm going to do is base all these in white, and then I'm going to dry brush around them with some gray, and then do a lighter dry brush with some white, and hopefully when I go over that with the contrast paint, it'll give us a nice gradient and a little glowy effect. I'll do like really light around the brain stuff, like onto the carapace, and I think that's how you get a good glowing effect. I got a pretty good one on my Librarian and Terminator armor. So I guess if I use that same recipe, it shouldn't be any different with magenta than it was with blue. Fuck, I got some on the armor plating. God damn it! No, it's fine. I just go back over it with black. Making mistakes is good because, like, I don't really care about making mistakes too much anymore because I know how, like, it still sucks. I'd rather not do it, but I know how to fix them now. Fixing the mistakes is in my toolbox, so it's just, it becomes less of a big deal the more you do this. I love giving my nids a little bit of brain in the evening. Well, maybe I should have stuck with the number 6 brush, but this is relaxing. Now, anybody knows that painting white on a model sucks dick. It is not the most fun experience. It's just got terrible coverage. This Vallejo white that I'm using is pretty good. It's better than any GW white that I've tried to use. But I want to try, what's the brand that I'm starting to... Pro Acryl. Come in dropper bottles. Got a little metal bottle in there. Metal bottle. Got a little metal ball in there. Great stuff. Ba-ba. You know, sometimes adding a million coats of white is like really relaxing. Just seeing the color slowly build up. Painting is kind of a chore sometimes, but you learn to enjoy the pain in the ass parts of it. Just find them relaxing. It's like meditating. Yeah, this Vallejo white, I got it at I think Vallejo is at Hobby Lobby, not Michael's. Michael's doesn't really have any good acrylics, I don't think. At least the ones near me, but yeah, Vallejo is always good. I mean, that one coat of white doesn't look too bad. I'm gonna do a second one, but I'm gonna do a second one, not 72 more. Alright, and I don't think he's got really any. He's got a bunch here on his back, and I think that's all the rest of like the brain goo, and then this big. Oh shit! Oh no! Disaster Brothers! Good thing I chose to paint as a hobby and I didn't become a surgeon. Because, I'm fine dropping a brush and some paint. Don't really want to drop a scalpel in a body. Yes, I've played Space Marine 2. I beat the campaign and I've done a couple multiplayer missions with my buddies. Not gonna lie, playing Astrobot right now. And it's really good, guys. Astrobot's really good. It's a good old school platformer. But yeah, I want to go back and, because I know they just released a bunch of new cosmetic packs. So I want to go back and unlock those for Space Marine. Or buy them if I just have to buy them, whatever. They haven't been too bad with like the charging for every little piece of DLC out there, so. Looks like we got a little like carapace in there, like a break in the brain goo, and then back to the brain goo. Oh no, internet problems, disconnecting. Love living in an apartment complex with required Spectrum internet. I have 11 gaunts. And yeah, I think warriors are probably the next purchase on the list. I don't know if anyone has. I think Tyranids are going to be the army I try to learn the game with, which might be a mistake. I know I have Ultramarines, but these things call to me. So if anyone has any suggestions, I have a Death Leaper, 11 gaunts, the Edie ones. I can't remember if they're Hormagaunts or Termagaunts. I think Hormagaunts. And then I got this guy. Hey, get the shadow of the camera on there. Get out of there. Let me see this. Little brain bits. You can even... I guess I don't have to get the white super bright because I'm going to cover it with contrast, and then I'm going to do a really fine edge highlight of white over the magenta, so add some texture to it if it's not completely solid. bunch. Sometimes I like to go around the edge, like where it is, where two different colors are going to meet. Just get all the edge filled in, because it's the part you need the steadiest hands for, and then you can just kind of blah, 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 the brush around. Now let's get a couple coats in there. Get the other side, and then more on the back of his head. Ooh, and there's little bits of it here on the underside. And we're also going to do these bits is glowy. It's alright if we catch the edge with the white, that's kind of what I want anyway. Start learning to do glowy bits, maybe I can do some OSL, which is OSL and non-metallic metals are the painting things that like scare me the most to try. But I've heard that once you start doing non-metallic metals, you can't stop. You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking, what if we put like a thin strip of white here between the ribs? And then just a very little bit of gray or something, or a lighter red. Yeah, lighter red. So, okay. So you dry brush it with a lighter red, fill in the cracks with some white, then do a little magenta over it, so it looks like the glow's popping out from inside of him. OSL is infinitely easier than non-metallic metals. Yeah, I think that's the order I'd probably do them in that order. Hello, brother! Welcome to the stream. I have maybe 25 minutes left before I pass out from this NyQuil I took. But I think the non-emissary is going well. Ooh, do I want to make his little flesh groins here glow too? Because I'm going to do... This guy I started to do his cape purple, but I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go over all this. Boop, 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 boop. I'm gonna make all this flesh the glowing magenta. I started to do him as like not quite Leviathan. I was gonna use the Xandri dust base and like make him more fleshy looking, and I started to do it and I don't know. It looked okay, but I like bright, garish neon models. What are you doing, brother? Concentrate. Get back to the emissary. Yeah, I bought the Death Leaper, and the guy was like, "Oh, that's my favorite model." And I'm like, "I think it looks really cool too." And then I built it, and I needed to step away from it for a second because it was a pain to build. The face area just doesn't want to go together quite right. Oh, uh, that was a painting. Where was I? I got white on the brush. Oh boy. Okay, dude, I got a couple more over here. Oh, what do you got? I'm painting the Silent King for Necrons. Hell yeah, dude, that is a sick model. That is a big model that I am intimidated to paint and intimidated to spend what, like $160, $50 on. Necrons are like my fourth love right now. It's pretty cool that Moist Critical is gonna do Necrons. I thought that was a good choice for him if he's gonna get into it. They're super easy to paint. I mean, I doubt he'll actually paint any of his own models, but hey, those are a good place to start. Bleak Hollow Productions put a video up. I want to see Dark Soul style Death Leapers. Just finished my Psychophage, nice. Oh yeah, I want an airbrush pretty badly. I want to get some orc models too. Okay, this is a big problem. Every army is cool, guys. Every army is cool, and there's like at least one model from every army, except the Eldari, unless you include the Dark Elves, because they have some cool stuff. I like their pirate ships. But like every army has models that I want, and it's like, no, you need to pick one because you need 85 models from that army. Oh, that's what Kill Team is for, isn't it? See. This is why they made Kill Team a thing. Is Hive Fleet Behemoth not like a very popular paint scheme? Is it? It does like. Do most people do Leviathan? Oh shit! He's got these on his hand. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh, see more of them little fuckers over here. These I'm gonna fill in with gray and hope that it's darker when I put the contrast paint. Hope that I'm putting it over gray. It's gonna be darker than over the white. So I'll do gray on the black, get 2 tones of the magenta. I think that'll look pretty good. If I'm not responding to your comments, guys, I'm sorry. I gotta stand up to look at the chat. I'm still working on getting my PC to be able to bring up the chat and everything at the same time. I'm gonna do a little lore break here in a second. I need to do some reading. Learn a bit more about this behemoth group. Behemoth is extinct technically. Well, they're probably not very, very popular then. Used to be that I should paint my Nid's Fleet Behemoth. Hell yeah. Bring them back to life. this was kind of an accident. I just thought this paint scheme looked cool, and it's a little bit different than like the official Behemoth. But yeah, accidental. Brothers! It is popular. Oh, that's okay. I don't mind doing popular armies. Shit, I paint Ultramarines. What paints am I using? So, model color Vallejo white. I primed him with this. The base for the red was corn red. We're going to dry brush him with Wazdaka red, because it's a bright red that I got. We're going to edge the black with Stegadone Scale Green. Add white to do finer highlights. Boop, boop, boop. Astro Granite for some basing. And then I got Abaddon Black and Black Templar Contrast for touching up the black as I mess it up with the red as I go. See if I pick out a couple more areas here, and then we will switch over to some lore reading. Get around the edges. I will say playing Space Marine 2 made me start a 83rd, I think, playthrough of the Mass Effect series. So, I am doing that again right now. All 3 of the Mass Effect games that have ever existed, because there's only ever been 3. 4 if you want to count the Legendary Edition as its own separate game. And that's it. That's all that's ever existed. Give me your brains. Come here and let me get some of that brain. Cover you up. There you go, buddy. Oh, let's get your top brain parts here, too. Yes, I'm being a little messy with the white stuff. It's okay. We'll clean you up later, buddy. Yeah, that NyQuil is, yeah. I'm getting a little affectionate with the nids here, you know what I'm saying? Shit. I do still have the remains of Morty. They're in a plastic bag. They will be glued to a base, and I will proxy him in, damn it. I'm not spending all that money for nothing. I'll eventually get a replacement one, but I had to fill up my NIDS list first. A few more spots. Do a little lore. So we got some planets that fell: Oculus, Jaga, Thandros. That one's got a lot to it. A Voice in the Dark. Oh, this is the whole story of Krypton and Battle of Macragge and all that. Legacy of Behemoth. Well, they got a pretty good lore. They got a full page here going on. Notable splinter fleets. Oh, so they still got some stuff going around. Crimson Maw, Court of the Nephilim King. So I'm assuming there's like a couple survivors or something that turned into something else. These splinter fleets. No, I think it talks about it here. Though Behemoth's threat to the galaxy had ended, the hive mind had sampled a significant amount of new biomass during its first major incursion and gained experience in facing the strategies and operational tactics deployed by the various factions of the Milky Way. It would also be many Terran years before its creatures were scourged from Macragge and the Ultramarines replaced their losses. After the Battle of Macragge, Hive Fleet Behemoth's survivors fractured into smaller splinter fleets that scattered in all directions. As these splinters absorbed biomass on their own, they soon grew large again, forcing the Imperium to deal with a variety of new Tyranid threats during the fall. See, our children are getting it done, boys. They're fucking some stuff up. Brother! There you go, guys. Brother. Oh yeah, the NyQuil has set in. The mind is being lost. Let's finish up this white stuff. Pause. And we'll highlight it with the magenta and see how that looks. And we'll finish this stream up so I can go to bed, and I won't touch this guy until we stream again. I will do this whole model on stream for you guys. Bless you, brother wife. She sneezed. Stickman, I don't know. I don't really have a streaming schedule. This is the second stream I've done, so I'm thinking I'm going to stream probably. I normally get home from work on Wednesdays early, so I might do another stream of this tomorrow. Maybe not finish it up, just a short 35-minute, 40-minute stream, but we'll do some edge highlighting. And I think the schedule I'll keep is probably Wednesdays and like Saturdays. No, I am Alfarius. We are all Alfarius, brother. Oh, who else is lore? I'm kind of switching between a bunch of audiobooks right now. I'm doing some of the First Heretic. I like to listen to a bunch of different books at once. First Heretic's great. Lorgar, what a bitch. What a little bitch, but a cool character. I need some dry palette paper for the contrast paints. I unfortunately do not have the female Tyranid Thictor model yet. That one is that'll be a streamer special. That'll be a sub special or something. If I tell you what, if I can get this channel monetized at any point, I will buy the Thictor, and that will be the celebration stream. Yeah, Lorgar's like super interesting. He's got like you know, like he gets sad and cries and like freaks out with all the dudes, and I'm like 3 chapters in, and I'm like, oh yeah, this dude's going to chaos. But just like really interesting to read all of his conversations and stuff. First Heretic's great so far. I think I like the Soul Hunter omnibus trilogy thing. I'm enjoying that a little bit more. Damn, that is a bright ass color. Ooh wee. Oh yeah, she poppin'. I should have gotten a different brush for this, like a shade brush or something. But it's doing it. We're just doing this one little section here. Yeah, I think with everything else on the model being like, oh shit, don't break it. Don't want another Mortarian incident. With everything else on the model being like super dark and kind of like, what's the word I'm looking for? Not bright and poppy. A little subdued on the coloring side. I think that'll look nice with these highlights. Especially when we start dry brushing around it and making it really look like it's glowing. Or attempt to make it look like it's glowing. Again, I am an amateur painter. Still figuring this out. I really like these contrast paints though for like foldy, brainy bits like this. It's not contrasting too much right now. It's just kind of acting like a paint. Probably just need to get more on there so it like heavily falls into the brain folds. Holy shit, that is bright though. Damn. Tips for beginners. What is the best tip? Get a wet palette. They say it's like a level 2 step. Yeah, don't give up. Keep painting. That's number 1. If you keep painting, I don't care how shit it looks. Just keep doing it. Wet palette, though, is like the biggest difference I've noticed between like any two things. Like, you know, a dry palette, wet palette is a way bigger difference than a cheap brush versus an expensive brush. I really think it's a necessity. Still keep some... they normally come with this like palette paper. Take that out, use parchment paper. Save this for your dry palette stuff. Yeah, and there's a bunch of tutorials on YouTube how to make your own wet palette. This one was like 17 bucks at Michael's. You can get a really big one, which I think I'm gonna get. It's like 30 bucks. I was getting some mold in it. They're actually super easy to clean. You just take the sponge out, soak it in some vinegar for like 6 or 8 hours, and then you can just kind of scrape the mold off. It's dead, so it's like, it's a little gross, but you just scrape it off. And pick the models you think are cool, man. Don't chase the meta. I've been doing this for 3 months, haven't played a game. And I love this hobby so much, I don't have to play a game. I'm going to, but like, I'd be fine with just the painting part of it. So yeah, just pick what you think looks cool. Ooh. That is like super bright. Ooh wee, look at that. It's gonna be like all over the back there and all in white spots. That's gonna be crazy. It'll certainly stand out on the tabletop. All right. NyQuil making kick my ass. I'm not being able to read these things or talk too good no more. So, I will just, let's see. Everybody in here seems to like, who's everybody's favorite Primarch? Let's take a quick vote. Favorite Primarch, I'll find a quote and give him a silly voice. Rabute and Khan, yeah. I need to learn more about Khan, but I feel like he's going to be Gilliman and Khan. All right. Let's look up a Rabute Gilliman quote. Let's see what we got. Let's see if we got a good one. Let's see what we can find. Incorrect Primarch quotes. Here we go. Let's see what we got. Perturabo setting down a card. Ace of Spades. Horus pulling out an Uno card. +4. Lorgar pulling out a Pokemon card. Jolteon, I choose you. Gilliman trembling. What? What are we playing? That's pretty good. Let's see. Alfarius, do you want to see a butterfly? Lehman Russ. Yes. Gilliman, no, don't. Throws the butter across the table. Lehman pauses. Majestic. Oh boy, I can't even say anything about that one. Jeez. Let's see, Angron. Who the fuck added me to the fucking group chat? Lorgar. Language. Sanguinius. Yeah, what's your fucking language? Fulgrim. Okay, who taught Sangy the fuck word? Horus. The fuck word. Gilliman. Are you stupid? You guys use the F word all the time. Oh, Throne, he censored it. Say fuck, Gilliman. The Khan. Do it, Gilliman. Say fuck. And then Gilliman just doesn't respond. Okay. That's pretty good. All right, guys. We'll pick this up at a later date. I'm going to go put a book on. Pick a book on Audible from the Black Library there, and then we'll go and do a stream on another time, like tomorrow. All right, guys. Thank you all. Have a good night, brothers. And mwah, Bricky. Bricky, I love you. Bricky, mwah.